Hey, what up? My name is Daoud Heidami. I am an actor and a real estate agent, co-founder, and principal of the Catalyst team at Compass. And, you know, welcome to a New York conversation. That's what I gotta say. I'm excited to have one of my dearest friends on with me. He is such a wonderful, amazing human being, and he just happens to be a talented actor to boot. I'm excited to have Arian Moayed with me here today, and I'm just gonna bring you in. How does he's actually yeah. Yes, sir.
Hello, hello. Look at this. Oh
What
my
is
God, look
up,
at
man?
I am in Berlin, dude.
You're in Berlin. Are
I'm in
you
Berlin.
shooting Inventing Anna?
I'm not shooting Inventing Anna. I am shooting a Liam Neeson picture.
Oh,
Can you
dude.
believe it?
Yeah, I do believe it. In fact, and I have to say that Taken 1, Taken 2, Taken 3 are the top three movies of all time.
Well, basically, that's true. And also, I will tell you, he is so internationally loved. I mean, everywhere he goes, it's like, and he's like the nicest guy.
Yeah.
Like everyone is like, he's the nicest dude. Scenes together on, yeah, in a couple days.
Oh my God. How
Crazy, isn't it?
of course you do. I mean, like, it's a no-brainer, right? How have you managed the whole, like, now you're in Berlin, so what time is it there? It's 1 a.m.
It's 1 a.m. right here. I did the I am not going to sleep from so when I landed here, it was landed at like 6 a.m.
Yeah,
And so basically I was like, I should have been like sleeping at that time. And so I
yeah.
just said, I'm not going to sleep for the entirety of the day. And at 9 o'clock at night, I crashed. So I just did a whole extra day. And then I'm like now on regular time. So not
Yeah.
bad.
That's so awesome. So have you already started shooting?
Not really. I just did
Or
my quarantine, and then the quarantine ended yesterday, and now it's been like costume fittings and stuff like that.
I
Daoud.
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You get
I love that this earlier today, Daoud asked me for a picture, and I purposely tried to find a picture of us in masked,
uh-huh.
and it brought some lovely memories back.
Yeah, it did. It was such a great time. You know what I really loved is the conversations we had after. It looks like you're I think you might be paused here with your Berlin connection. Let's see. It might have just been dropped. Let's see. I bet this is a that is a that is a beautiful face there that's frozen. Let's see. So Arian and I did a play together called Masked. Uh, I don't even remember when. It was like 2005, 2006 maybe. Um, and let's see, Arian, you still with me? Because it looks like you're still frozen. Let me just see. Yeah, so we did a play way back when. Oh, he got knocked out. I imagine he'll be right back. But we did a play, and it ran forever. And what was really great was that we were having conversations after the play every night with the audience. It's not letting you in, huh? Okay, let me, Arian, let me invite you. I'm gonna send you a request, and maybe that will work.
There we go.
There we go.
Sorry, I don't know what happened.
Are you on Wi-Fi there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just
Welcome.
telling
Welcome to
everyone.
Berlin. It's Wi-Fi. It's
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
I was just telling everybody how much I enjoyed the talkbacks after doing
Uh-huh.
that play, and how we had the best conversations with New Yorkers
Yeah.
uh, doing that. So yeah, it was kind of going back memory lane. So speaking of New Yorkers, welcome to a New York conversation.
Yeah, man.
You know, we started doing these Insta lives because initially it was during COVID, and we're like, New York is dead, and we're like, New York's not dead. We want to speak to the New Yorkers. We want to speak to the people who
Mm,
actually live here,
mm.
and talk about New York and your perspective. And then the other big thing I really want to touch on is supporting small businesses. So we
Mm.
want to, I want to repost this and tag the small businesses because New York's all about love, right? So we got
Yeah,
to
man.
support and love each other and love each other and support all these small businesses. So let's start this off
First
with,
of all, you are amazing. You're amazing for doing this. You're
oh,
a
thank you.
good man, dude.
Thank you. It's what we do, man. We lift each other up, right? That's the
For all the people that should know, I mean, when we were in 2006 or 7 doing Mast, you were constantly helping your parents back home. It was just the most incredible. You were just a great guy. Anyway, let's go New York time. I wanted to give you a
thank you,
little
man.
love. I just want to give you a little love so they understand the power of Daoud.
I appreciate that. So you came to New York. So my first question to you is: New York is your place. Why?
New York is my place. Why? Because to me, it's the place where I feel we are the closest to getting to democracy as we can get. I think it's the world, it's seeing a bunch of different groups of people and ethnicities be in the same place and manage with all of our baggage and bullshit is not an easy thing, and I think New Yorkers fucking do that well.
Yeah.
And also, if I want a taco at 4 a.m., I'm gonna get a taco at 4 a.m.
Do you have a favorite taco spot?
I do. And that was gonna be my business that I wanted to pop up.
Okay, let's.
Because, yeah, let's just jump into it. There's this amazing restaurant. I live in Midtown, Manhattan. There's an amazing restaurant on the west side called Tosingo del Valle. It is a family-owned Mexican spot.
Oh,
They put out one of these. It's on 10th Avenue between 46 and 47. Authentic Mexican food. They had, you know how like everyone has the displays outside now.
yeah,
All New York has like all those little pop-ups or whatever.
yeah,
I think they win
yeah,
at like greatest fucking pop-up, outdoor seating place.
yeah.
The food is good. The people are nice. The margaritas are big. That's my spot. Why don't
That's your
Why
spot.
don't you
Well,
buy drinks from me there? Why don't you take me there?
I love that idea. I think that the first round is on you, though, right,
Wow,
bro?
wow,
Right?
wow, wow, wow. Okay, let's talk
Um,
this over. Let's talk this afterwards.
Emily's saying, yeah, that's right. Tacos and New York democracy. You're getting
That's right.
lots of love from your peeps.
Love them.
So, what was the name of that restaurant one more time?
Tulsingo del Valle.
Tulsingo del Valle. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michelle said taking 12 money, baby.
Taken 12. I I gotta watch I gotta watch 2 to 9.
Oh,
I've seen 10 and 11 and
well,
12.
Michelle makes fun of me because anytime I see a Liam Neeson
It's the
movie,
best.
I
On.
stop right there and I start watching
On.
it.
Someone was like, "What's Liam Neeson's character like?" It was actually my cousin. She was like, "What's Liam Neeson's character like?" And I was like, "I don't know, amazing Liam Neeson."
Yeah, yeah,
like Liam Neeson just being
exactly.
amazing and kicking ass.
So,
Uh,
Emily's asking, where's the magical taco place? And you said it's 40.
it's on 10th Avenue
Yep,
between 46 and 47.
yep. Um, do you have a favorite New York corner and why?
I love that. Do I have a favorite New York corner and why? Um, yeah, I do. Well, I don't know if it's favorite. I think it's like a place that I really, really love. It's actually weird. It is it's kind of like Washington Square Park on the north side, that whole block.
Hmm.
There's something about how like singular and beautiful and kind of like gorgeous it is, and also having this monument behind you. And I
Yeah,
love the park. I think
yeah,
every time I go into that park, I have a good time.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That park is
yeah.
always like full of fucking life, and there's always like music. And have you seen the guy with the piano?
No.
There's a guy with a huge grand piano. I don't know how he fucking lugs it. He lugs a huge grand piano there, and then people, you get to, for like $5 or whatever, you get to watch the piano from underneath.
Huh.
You watch all the like strings reverberate from underneath as he's playing classical music.
Wow.
Washington Square Park, baby.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Washington Square Park kind of reminds me a lot of events, like
Mm.
when like it's what you described. Why your New York is your place is why that democracy happens mostly in parks, doesn't it?
Hmm.
At least initially.
Yeah.
And every time that I've gone to a demonstration or anything really, it happens in Washington Square. I always find myself in
Yeah.
Washington Square
I
Park.
know exactly what you mean. I've done that too a few times. Yeah, it's a beautiful assembly where human beings can come together freely without any bullshit, hopefully.
Yeah. So what brought you to New York? Because you came here from Indiana, right?
I
From
came I was born in Iran, lived in Dubai, went back to Iran, Dubai, Glenview, went to school in Indiana.
yes.
Glenview was a north suburb of Chicago. And then afterwards, I just thought that it completely understood. I came before 9/11, that summer before 9/11, and immediately spent like maybe 3 or 4 weeks here. And I was like, I understand what is going on here. And I understand that I will be a functioning person of this society. I just knew it. I just knew I kind of got the energy. I like the accessibility. I like the fastness. I like the directness of New York City. And I also love just how you can get shit done here.
Yeah.
And it really, to me, walking around New York, you get to see humanity in its finest. So I don't know.
Mhm.
It's people often ask, because I have two daughters, and people often ask me like, did you want your kids to grow up, in New York City, like, or would you rather have them, kind of like grow up in like the suburbs or LA or something? New York kids, and I teach high school kids, New York high school kids can do anything. They can get on a train, they can go into a shop, they can demand that they got screwed. They can, you know what I mean? They can get anything done. Do you know what I mean? They don't need
Yeah.
their parents to help them. That's a New York quality. That's a
Yeah.
very specific New York quality.
Is that kind of what you mean by directness?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do mean that. I also think their directness makes them actually kinder,
Hmm.
to be honest with you. I think some people might think of that as rude. I think it's kinder.
Yeah. So yeah, that because there's an opportunity to communicate.
Yeah, exactly. Where I
Yeah.
think that it's like, no, this is the issue. And then it's no like, listen, dude, it's just like, no, here's the issue. You're in my way. I'm fucking walking and you're fucking here. So it just gets it done. So it's
I
not
love
like
it.
personal.
Yeah.
It's not a personal thing. It's like, this is,
I
but
love
I
it.
also find like New Yorkers always helping other people and.
How old are these kids arguing in the store? That's Emily.
Emily's like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've seen like 12, 13-year-old kids being like, where the fuck is my money? Where's my fucking money? I gave you a $10 bill. It wasn't a five. I gave you a 10. Yeah.
Yeah. They
They
say
can do it.
they know their boundaries, the best type of people.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
what made you fall in love with New York?
Mm.
Like,
I
I
remember
guess, and I
yeah,
guess I
yeah, go.
mean, like, was there a series of events that kind of did that, or was there like a moment kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, when in college, when you had to read all those fucking like history books about theater and shit, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, and you have to read those things, and you
Art
kind of don't want,
history, theater
yeah,
history. Yeah.
yeah, theater history, exactly. But in the middle of all that, you always go back. They always talk about New York. They were always like, "Oh, it premiered in New York." It did. So that was one big thing. I think I knew I wanted to be in New York before it knew that I was going to live here. Like I just knew from the get-go that this was going to be my place. And I'll tell you, I moved with a U-Haul by myself on September 11th, 2000.
Wait, we missed that. 2000 what?
I moved September 11th, 2002.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that was just a pure fluke that like it ended up, my brother was in DC, and then we miscommunicated. He wasn't there. It just, and I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm going to New York today. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like typical 22-year-old, like not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
And so I get into New York, and I had a huge beard. True story. Huge beard with a U-Haul on September 11th. Coming to New York, Arian Moayed. Can I see your license? Swear to God. And then I come in, and I park the car somehow. I don't even know how I did that. And I lived on 47th Street between 9th and 10th. So people that don't live in New York, that is like the heart. It's like so many people are around there. And I parked the car, and I said, I'm going to walk to Times Square, because I was 2 blocks away. So I walked to Times Square, and I walked in the middle of Times Square, swear to God. And I looked around, and I said, there is no way that this is going to happen for me. There's no possible way that I will be able to devour this, you know, it was so overwhelming. And
Wow.
that is a big challenge that I probably took as a 22-year-old, you know, probably know it all. You know what I mean? And so like, I remember that very vividly of how scared shitless I was of the city.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do you remember when you parked your U-Haul and you were going to move your stuff into your, was this your first New York apartment?
Yeah.
Do you remember what you paid in your rent?
There was 4 people. It ended up being 6 people living in a 3-bedroom. Tom Ridgely, God bless his soul, and me. Now that he's dead, he's in St. Louis.
Yeah.
The two of us had bunk beds. Bunk beds. The amazing acclaimed now filmmaker Stephen Cohn lived in one room. Another lovely lady, Marty Sykes, lived in another room. And then Happy Anderson needed a place to crash. And so he crashed on our couch for like 6 months. He crashed on the couch the couch was so stained after that we had fucking threw it away. That was Happy. And then my cousin lived with me. I mean, like, it was a hotel.
Oh my God.
And also, we were like, let's throw parties on Thursdays. So we threw parties, and people would come over. It was weird.
Where was this?
47th between 9th and 10th. 453 47th, West 47th. 5th floor walk up.
And what'd you pay?
$725. I paid $725. Tom paid $7. Well, there's 6 people living there. $725, $725. I think 800 or something like that. So it was like that.
Wow.
We kind of got away. Away with it.
I know, that's really good, actually. At $4,300 though for a 3-bedroom and a 5th floor walk up seems like a lot, but I guess that area.
At the time, it was a lot. I remember we had no money to pay rent, and none. I mean, 0. And I was like, "Give me the phone." So I was like, "There's a problem with the heater, so we need to come and fix the heater. That's why we're not paying the rent." So the guy comes immediately.
Wow.
And he's like, "The heat's perfect, guy." And so I called my family.
Michelle has a very important question, which is how many bathrooms? 1. Oh my God. And
maybe it was 2. No, I don't think it was. I think it was 1. Wow.
Yeah. Garlia. Oh, we got to remember when rent was $800.
Oh, hi, Garlia.
Isn't that always the case though? You move to New York and you have 6 roommates and you just
make it happen. Waterwell started out of those places. Do you know what I mean? We would it was the best of times in a way. It was kind of like the best. It was scary because we had no money. So what was your first job?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I temped at Pfizer. That was my.
Oh, wow.
That was my job. That was my very first I gotta make money to pay rent job.
Yeah, I had one of those. I basically temped for a while, but I was at a mortgage company as a loan processor.
Get out of here.
Yeah, because my brother, who I might have talked to you about, my brother and me, or my oldest brother, has a mortgage banking company in Chicago, in like a bunch of states. So when I was a kid, when I was like 14, I needed summer jobs, I would like do loan processing for him. Just basically inputting data. It wasn't crazy.
Linda's asking, what are you drinking? Have you thought about...
Oh, rosé.
Oh,
Berlin
nice.
Rosé. Yeah.
You should
Hi,
think about
Linda.
joining us at the Catalyst team as a side hustle loan processor in between
Please.
your film and TV work. How about that?
Sure. Sure.
How
Add it to the
long
list.
did it
Add
take
it
you
to the
to
list.
acclimate to the city?
Mm. You know,
I mean, it sounds like you went right in with your six
I definitely
roommates.
did go one in. We definitely went in. It took me a while to figure out the streets. It was weird. We were living in Midtown and all of our friends were living in Brooklyn. So that was weird. Like we had this weird, like we couldn't get a connection with people somehow because so many people were, in fucking Brooklyn or whatever. Um, so that was kind of weird. I don't know. It really, I think are we ever acclimated to New York is always throwing you a curveball.
Hmm, that's a good question.
You know what I mean? Like COVID, all of a sudden you're like, okay, so now this. Someone here in Berlin asked, you guys seem to be like the worst hit and but also the first back.
Hmm.
That's what this, and I said, it's because New Yorkers kind of do this thing of like, okay, so we're wearing masks. Is that what we're doing? Like, is that what the rule is? Okay, let's go. Wear the masks. Fine. I'm going to complain at home. I'm going to do this at home, but everyone just like does it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's such a New York kind of like, fuck it. Let's just go through with it.
And they police each other about it. I love that. Oh,
Yeah.
during COVID, if someone
Yeah.
wasn't wearing a mask in the
Yeah.
subway,
Yeah.
then someone would be like,
dude,
yo,
what's up?
put
Let's
it up
Yeah,
all the way past your nose.
Exactly.
Now, Chrissy is saying some things that I don't necessarily agree with, but she's saying
My wife, Chrissy?
yes, he needs no more jobs, dude.
She's not 100%. She's not wrong. I have too many projects
Because you're
going
doing
on.
Waterwell, you're doing Succession, Accidental Wolf, Inventing Anna.
And
You're taking on film work, and
yeah.
you're writing and producing and directing. You've always had that energy, though. I've always thought about you. I was like, Arian should be a politician of.
No, I remember you saying that in the past.
Yeah.
I'm just better at like making. I like doing and making the thing. Do you know what I mean? Emily's talking about, when we shared a dressing room. Yeah, we shared a dressing room at Barrow Street. Civilians was doing Gone Missing. Waterwell was doing The King Operator. They were the 7 o'clock act, and we were the 9:30 act. That's how we thought of it, at least. And we had to share a dressing room. And it was doing that show and like producing it and putting it up there and kind of like sharing a dressing room. That was like that's what I love to do.
Yeah.
I love to kind of like make all that happen.
That was such an amazing show.
Thanks, man.
And Rodney
Gardner. He's a G.
Wow. He was super talented. Super like that was such a great
incredible.
And did it go to LA?
No, it didn't go to LA. No. We did some work with it in OSF, but and some stuff with the public with it, but it didn't really kind of go after that first round.
Yeah. Okay, so I'd love to hear a couple of things because I want to, before we go, because we're getting, I don't want to keep you much longer because you got to go to bed. You got a shift tomorrow. So I want to talk about some small businesses. Then I want to do a little bit of a fun. Like a fun game where I'm going to throw out some New York words and then you just tell me whatever comes to mind and we'll kind of go from there. But before, was it called the Courtroom?
The Courtroom, yeah.
The Courtroom. Yeah, that's right.
You saw the last performance.
I think so. Yeah.
You saw you guys came, remember, at Symphony Space. That was the last.
Yes.
That was the last play you saw before COVID. You must have been. You couldn't have seen another play after that.
No, because we all went on lockdown the next week.
Like 2 days, like 3 days later, we went on lockdown.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That was, but that was really, really amazing. And now, can you share about where that is? Can you share with us? Or
we have some exciting news. We have been working hard on it. We have kind of been working hard on making a film version of that, and I think more news on that very, very soon. Yeah, we're really excited about the courtroom was a response for me as an immigrant to talk about the kids that were being caged at the borders in 2017.
Yeah.
Um, and I basically got and wanted to find out and read transcripts from deportation cases. I read that deportation case from a 2007 case, Waterwell, amazingly, with Lee Sunday Evans, incredible direction. We put that in courtrooms all across the city. And the last show that we did was March 9th, 2020, where Daoud and Michelle, were you there too?
Michelle was there, Beth was there, Emily was
Amazing,
there, the whole
amazing,
Catalyst team was there, brother.
amazing, amazing. Yeah, we were the sponsorship event.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I can't believe
Yeah,
that was my last theater experience. Can you believe theater's been shut down? I mean, of course,
that's bullshit. It's
um,
crazy. I mean, none of it's bullshit. It's so heartbreaking.
is there anything else you want to share with us about anything you're working on? I know you're currently shooting the Liam Neeson movie. Can you tell us what the title of it
The
is?
Liam Neeson movie called Retribution.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Modine, Liam Neeson, a bunch of other amazing actors are in it. That's cool. It's shooting in Berlin right now, and for the next couple of months, I'm on the show called Inventing Anna for Shonda Rhimes that comes out God knows when, but it's Shonda's new show.
Shonda
And
Rhimes.
Shonda Rhimes, and it's me, myself, and Julia Garner and Anna Klumsky and Laverne Cox, and so I got a lot. It's the most stuff I've had to do on film or
Yeah,
on television. So
yeah.
I'm excited about that. And then and some bunch of projects.
That,
And Waterwell, we're always raising money. I still teach in the fall. Every fall I teach our high school seniors a BFA monologue class. Daoud, you should come and talk to our students.
I would love that.
Done.
100%.
Done.
Um, so Waterwell, is that back up and the school, is that back up and running now? Are you doing?
So yeah, good question. After when COVID hit, the Waterwell is the nonprofit that I co-founded. It has three wings to it, two of which are nonprofit. And there's a theater wing, which made the Courtroom, the King Operetta, and the other wing is the education wing, which we run an entire school in Midtown Manhattan, a public school, free for all students. And it's inside that school's curriculum. So I teach a class to seniors, a BFA monologue class. And so in COVID, when COVID hit, 5 days after COVID hit,
Hmm.
we were online. We did live online classes when no one else was figuring that out. And we basically did the entirety of the year, and we created 7 shows in the last year. And we had a new play come out with a new work slot. Yeah, it was again, if you want to talk about the New Yorkers, it's an act of resilience and grit that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That we can push through all that. But we're excited to go fully live 5 days a week at the school on 48th Street. A school that I passionately believe in. All of the stuff that Waterwell does is artist as citizen stuff that we've been talking about since 2002, and obviously now very timely.
Yeah, I love that. I love that your Instagram is artist as a citizen.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. I
Yeah,
love
I mean, I think that's what you're doing right now. That's what you doing this thing,
Yeah.
is. This is an act of artist as citizen.
And speaking of artists as a citizen, hit me up with your small businesses, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Who are some really great small businesses? I loved the first place you brought up.
Cinco del
Yeah.
Valle, yeah.
Yeah, there were some links actually in
Amazing.
this
Oh, yeah, I'm
discussion.
looking at this right now.
Yeah.
So there's a link to the courtroom. Someone wants to know some stuff about Spider-Man. Succession, where Succession is heading. I know where Succession is heading, and
Yes.
I think you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about that. The trailer dropped today. The trailer just dropped.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, I think everyone's gonna fall in love with all those characters, or hate all those characters again.
We'll make sure to tag that.
Tosego del Valle. Okay, so the place that is in our neighborhood that I'm just trying to think of things that are close to our neighborhood that I just want to really like support and lift up. Tosingo is one.
Christy's helping.
Chrissy, tell me. Oh, Domus. Domus and Hell's Kitchen, this awesome like boutique small business on 44th Street. And they sell like beautiful, pillows and candles. You got to go there. It's a great place for opening night gifts for the theater community.
Oh,
Thank you, Chrissy. Chrissy, give me another idea. Chrissy, give me another idea quickly before they hear.
No, we can hear you, man.
Chrissy, give me one more idea.
All right, I bet you some more will pop up because I'm gonna start. We're gonna do this fun game.
Yeah.
Where I'm gonna say a word and then you just tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Ain't that the truth, Chrissy?
That is the truth.
Would you like to read that out loud?
Behind every mediocre man is an amazing woman. She's right. She's 100% right.
And sister. Okay. Ready?
Yes, ready.
Subway line.
Wait, what am I doing?
Yeah, I want you to hear. I want the first thing that comes to mind when I say these New York words.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
It's a word association game.
Copy. Go for it.
Subway line.
The AC.
Why?
Because it's my train.
It's
simple, man.
The A is the most reliable. What do you expect?
So close, 44th and 8th. It's right there.
Although I think the New York Times had an article where they rank them, and the Q won most recently for some reason. Maybe because they're given love because of the Second Avenue.
That stop, which is a nice stop. I love that stop. There's a Persian restaurant 1 block away. That's why we go to that stop. Go for it.
Coffee shop.
St. Kilda.
Ooh, do tell.
St. Kilda is the coffee shop. I'm sorry, I'm just plugging businesses again. St. Kilda is a coffee shop on 44th Street between 8th and 9th. That's underground. It's awesome coffee. Beautiful, 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 beautiful coffee. And when I think of coffee and I think of New York places, I always think of that place now. That reminds, because it's got like a modern feel to it, but it's also a basement under, you know what I mean? Like, so it's still got that New York, like, you got to go in the basement of the building of the brownstone that probably has rats everywhere.
Tell me one more time the name, because I want to make sure we tag.
St. Kilda.
St. Kilda. Okay.
Yeah.
Tourists. St. Kilda. Oh, nice. Michelle wants to know if you ever leave Hell's Kitchen.
Can I tell one story? I'm sorry. I'm going to get to when you said tourist. I said, But one of my favorite moments in New York life was Waterwell's offices were on 45th Street. I was doing The Humans on Broadway on 45th Street and living on 45th Street. So 2 days a week, I never left 45th Street. I just went up and down 45th Street. It's like nonstop. The mayor of 45th Street. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
What a New Yorker.
I love it. Okay, yeah. So the second thing that
you got to go back. You got family, you got kids. It's like go do the job, go back home.
Yeah. As you can all see, all of my shit is like doing. It's like then I can do that and I can do that.
Yeah.
See.
Doing. I love that. Central Park.
Biking. Yeah, I bike around Central Park, the whole perimeter of that all the time, and it's just spectacular.
Nice. Bar, restaurant.
New York, that's so New York to me. It's like, it's the bar part. It's been so long since I've been to a bar.
Yeah. What's a good spot, as theaters are starting to open back up, that you used to go after The Humans or Bengal Tiger?
We went to Glass House when we were doing Bengal Tiger. We did Glass House.
I think Glass House, I'm not sure.
Gone.
I think it's gone. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Where else did we go?
We would go to Hurley's.
Hurley's?
Hurley's? Maybe it's just Hurley's.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe it was Hurley's. We would go to Hurley's upstairs. We would go to, what's that like fancy bar that's like, you know, oh God, what is that? It's like Sardi's. The humans, we did Sardi's a lot. We
Yeah.
did Sardi's. Sardi's was fun.
Yeah.
Joe
Sorry.
Allen's, Chrissy, Joe Allen's.
Joe Allen's is no more either.
Oh, I read about that actually. I knew about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's awful.
And this is exactly why we're doing this, because we want to
Yeah.
keep supporting the people that are still around. What about a favorite place to take a tourist?
That's such a great question. I think my favorite thing to do with tourists is to walk the Manhattan Bridge.
Hmm. That's a
Because
very proactive thing. Yeah.
yeah, it's like it's an exercise. It's
Yeah.
a little bit of work, but it's also when you get to the peak of it, like the arc of it, and you look around, the city is just magnificent.
Yeah.
And then you end up in Brooklyn, and then all of a sudden you like have an adventure there,
Yeah.
So it's great.
That's lovely. Chrissy is actually
Highline.
Highline. Yeah, that's great. Okay, two more, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
wrap it up. As much as I hate to say that, give me your favorite speakeasy cocktail spot.
Mm-hmm. Bar Central.
Bar Centrale. Okay, and then last but not least, weirdest New York sighting.
Oh, day 2 or 3 of moving to New York City. I walk towards Times Square, and maybe it must have been 50th and Broadway. A man towards the street had his pants down, and he was just peeing directly into the street like a stream, like a fucking, like a fountain. And he just didn't care. And I was like, okay, great. I don't care either.
That's also see, it's moments like that that people are like in this COVID world where you see people behaving that way, and New York is back.
Yeah, baby, we're back, baby. We're back, baby.
I love it, Arian. You are a wonderful human being, and I really appreciate your time. We're going to repost this. We're going to tag these small businesses. We're going to give all the love and support we can. And I hope that everyone who's here with us today also goes to support. Love you, brother. Thank you very much.
Love you, man. I'll talk to you soon, okay? Please hello, Michelle.
I will, for sure.
Bye.
Okay, bye.